This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Yes. Perfect. 20 seconds should do ya.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.
All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Trendkill Radio, a rock news show about all things rock, except for when it's not. Brought to you by Brazzers and Spirit Halloween. You are here today for our third annual Spooktober Fest-thon. What was it called?
Toyota-thon?
Toyota-thon?
Toyota Savings-a-thon.
The Spooktacular.
Oh, Spooktacular. Yes, that's right. Yeah, we had to miss out on 2020 because I was like, I don't want to be around you people because I don't know if you're like
Not even pandemic
gonna
related.
kill me.
Right, yeah, just in general.
In general, yeah. It was just like, you know.
Without further ado, I am Sean Ryan.
And I am Coley Colgate.
Chris Jones.
I'm Candy from Trendkill Quickie.
And I'm Jimothy.
And I'm B from Trendkill Quickie.
We have the whole fucking gang together. This is the first time we've ever done this, and this is going to be a shit show.
I was under the impression that this was an orgy, and that's why I came. I didn't.
That's why he came, and he's going to
That's
came again.
I'm going to keep on caming.
What's the password? Orgy.
Orgy.
All right, let's just get on to it. Okay, so first off, we have a day to remember, and the now former bassist Josh Woodard. He is in even more trouble than he was just a few weeks ago.
He's not even really in trouble, though. Well, the one thing could be troubling. The
Being
thing that
in
just came up
lawsuits
to
is
light-
being in trouble.
Yeah. Well, some new shit.
Revelations.
New shit has come to light.
This is the new shit.
This is the new shit.
Stand up and bitch.
Well,
Speaking of trouble,
can't do a lot of standing if you were in the van that he slammed into on the highway.
A new news report had come out that in 2017, Joshua had been in his Tesla Model S and killed a guy.
Yeah, apparently the car just decided it was like, woo, and just went 3 lanes over.
Now, did he do that?
I don't think so.
What was the...
Because if he would have done that, he
Really?
would have been charged.
Really?
No charges were filed. I'm not
But-
defending him, but I'm just reading what I saw in the police report. No charges filed.
but
Weird.
if you look at the report as well too, the vehicle
Vehicular.
homicide
the
department.
vehicular homicide investigator did say like he met with Josh and his eyes were a little red, he was a little dazed, he looked like he had pissed himself or he did piss himself.
I would have.
Well,
Killed
he
the guy.
crashed into a man in a 1993 Honda Civic, head on right into the driver's side.
And he did also decline getting any sort of blood test or field sobriety test. Like he immediately told the investigator that his attorney was on his way.
Now, why do you think he got away with that?
Florida?
Florida.
Florida. All right, for one, Florida is like known for having like 16-lane highways, and I think it's a free for all.
Oh, it's insane. I went down there for 2 weeks and I rented a Mustang, and it was just like,
That was the
God.
scariest town I've ever had to drive in was Florida.
It's definitely like I'm gonna cross all these lanes.
Good luck, everybody else.
Yeah, like I drove through their hometown, Ocala, when I was on my way to St. Augustine, kind of, and like I didn't realize how far away I landed from where I intended on driving to, and it was like 2.5 hours from Orlando.
Florida is
Fucking shit show
a
down
long
there.
state. It's a long state. You start at the top and go to the bottom of the Keys.
The penis head.
A long time.
Yeah.
It takes you literally like
day.
16 hours to get out of there.
The crash occurred early in the evening on May 11, 2017 in Palm Beach County in Florida. According to a vehicular homicide investigative report in the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, Woodard, who was 30 at the time, was driving a black Model S Tesla traveling eastbound on Okeechobee Road. Okeechobee?
She's okie dokie. Nice little Super Troopers reference.
Well, you didn't have to reference it.
Oh, I had to.
I was going to reference it.
I was going to.
proud of
Have you
him.
met me?
Let's just play the clip.
She's an Okeechobee. She's okie dokie.
Thanks for that, Chris.
While driving, the eyewitness that was there actually was a person driving a minivan, and he actually almost hit them as well too.
Elon, take the wheel.
Yeah.
Not a good time, but
Not-
definitely a night to remember.
This guy.
Your music's bad and you should feel bad.
Fuck me. A
soon.
guy died.
Well, too soon, man. Too soon.
Hey, man, hey.
I mean, it's been like 4 years.
4
So
years.
it's not really that soon, but still. Like,
It's
yeah.
whatever.
But it's just funny that this is like kind of just now coming to light. At least it's funny to me that it's just coming to light after.
After the other
Well, you had some
shit that came to light last week
Last
when he
year.
quit the band.
some sleuths on Twitter that kind of dug around and found that and re-released it. Even I knew about it when it initially happened, but it got swept under the rug so quick it just never got talked about. So
I have a theory on why this all happened. Now, I have a close personal friend that drives the exact same car as him. I've literally watched him drive himself home from the bar without driving. The car will drive him home.
what do you mean he's a wizard?
And then he can actually make the car pull up to the curb.
You're the
and
one that
pick
looks
him
like
up with his
Harry.
phone. These cars can drive themselves.
yeah,
So I think Josh was on self-drive mode, and the car just maybe went a little haywire, and maybe some
So
hush
is it-
money was doled out.
I was
But
gonna
I'm
say-
not sure. That's just a theory.
I just
Is
let
it-
Jesus take the wheel.
Is it
Elon
possible?
took the wheel, and he fucked up.
Yeah, is it possible that he got in this accident? Tesla found out that he was on autopilot or whatever, and said, "Hey, we're just going to throw a bunch of money at this, sweep it under the rug, because we don't want this bad press, this bad publicity." That's a certain possibility.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
The father of the person that died, I mean, he did file a lawsuit against Woodard, and I mean, he ended up dropping it like 6 months later.
Tesla probably paid him off,
So,
if I had to guess.
I mean, he was suing him
it-
for like 15,000 plus.
Well, it sure as shit wasn't Victory Records paying him off because they dropped that label.
Yeah, they sure
and now they're doing everything on their own. So, I mean, the thing is like everybody's talking about like Josh paying people off. They aren't that rich.
They're not.
They're not. Like, yeah, they sell tons of records and they do big venues. I literally just saw them.
How do you afford a Tesla if you're not that rich?
They're
cheap.
not that
You
expensive.
can lease a Tesla.
Are they really?
You can
Yeah.
get a Tesla for $30,000, which is the cost. of
I
any
always
normal
assumed that
sedan.
they were like expensive.
I thought they
No.
were too until I saw somebody at my work at a freaking
However,
Chevy dealership.
4 years ago, they were a lot more expensive. But that's not to say you couldn't lease it or do
Yeah,
anything
people-
like that, or
dude,
get some
they're-
sort of sponsorship
Pay
from
attention
them.
when you drive around sometime. They're everywhere. They're a very
I've
cheap
seen-
car for
My
a nice
CEO
car.
at my
I've seen a
company
lot
has
of them.
3 of them.
In our neighborhood, we have, there's Ferraris and Lamborghinis flying around and
Wow,
stuff.
great.
you know.
That's
Fucking
great for you.
Mercedes
So
and
happy for you.
BMW.
So
Yeah,
happy for you.
yeah.
And you drive what a what is that thing?
A brand new
Hugo.
Chevy
A Hugo.
Blazer.
A Hugo, right?
This segment
Serpentine.
brought to you by Tim Lally Chevrolet.
Serpentini Chevrolet.
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, you can't say that in my presence here.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Okay, so basically to wrap this story up, Coley, what do you got?
Well, from everything that the police reports show, it doesn't look like there was any sort of intentional wrongdoing on either side. It looked like some sort of freak accident. He was charged, and it kind of sort of fell apart in court.
He pled no contest,
Pled no contest,
to
yeah.
careless driving,
But was
and-
found guilty.
But,
Yeah.
but because he pled no contest, he was found guilty.
You always get found guilty when you plead no contest.
And yeah, he ended up walking away with a year's suspended license, $1,000 fine, and he had to pay his $106 in court.
God, that seems so little. But then you think about Florida, and you think about Casey Anthony and how she just got off on all that. So it's
Well, I
Florida.
mean,
or
Vince
that guy
Neil.
that guy that robbed the drive-thru at Wendy's with a fucking alligator.
Vince,
I mean, yeah, oh, that's a thing. That happened. That fucking happened.
all right. We can always just give you a hint to what state this weird occurrence happened.
Florida man.
This was just some Final Destination at.
Basically, like a fucking you're
Just
walking down
real
the
freak
street
accident.
and a piano falls on your head.
Yeah.
Like it just seems
Cue
like,
the cartoon, like the cartoon Anvil from like Warner Brothers in 1930s. Just
yeah.
Acme.
Yep.
Acne.
Acme.
Acne.
Acme.
Allah Akbar! Finally, we talk about what I came to talk about. I should get going. I'm on a list now. I'll see you.
But I mean, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah,
I mean, like that. I mean, that sucks. That's someone's
awful.
family. We're not making light of the situation where the guy died.
Yeah, no.
This is like a comedy show. We are just fucking around, but I mean that really blows for
I feel
everybody
terrible for that
involved.
family. I feel
And-
bad for Josh too, because like you imagine like you're at the height of your career and you accidentally kill somebody because of some weird freak accident, and you have to live with that every day. and
Yeah,
try
like
to
I was
carry
saying,
on.
Vince Neil, he killed a guy. He did 30 days in jail. Like
Yeah,
I'm
but he
surprised
was-
that didn't
he
happen
was
in
fucked
Florida.
out of his gourd. He wasn't driving a robot
Yeah.
car.
Oh yeah. Joshua, he wasn't intoxicated. They didn't find any drugs or anything in the car.
I
This
spoke
was
to
just-
Josh earlier this week when there was some other stuff that came out.
Oh, some other stuff.
I've worked with them a couple times at shows here in Cleveland, and I know them a little bit. Talk to Neil and the other guys sometimes, but like I just was like, hey man, hope that you kind of don't like just try to be okay through all this shit. Like I just saw them a month ago in Cincinnati.
Yep.
Well, what happened?
Yeah, what did?
Some news has come out.
What did
recently.
happen to Josh?
A girl has made allegations. This same woman has made allegations against Sleeping with Sirens frontman Kellen Quinn, the drummer from Lamb of God, and also Chris Franzilla from Attila.
A lot of people have made accusations against Franz.
Yeah.
The last little bit that I want to add to that, though, too, is there are people now that are actually petitioning to have A Day to Remember as a whole removed from the 2020 Bring Me the Horizon tour, or 2022.
Dumb.
Well,
Bring Me
in
the Horizon
Europe,
tour,
yeah.
which is dumb as hell, because if the one person that you're saying that did
The other 4 guys didn't do anything.
right, they didn't do anything
they
wrong.
kept silent. Blah blah blah.
People are
Shut
saying
up.
like the Ghost Inside and every band, like the Devil Wears Prada and all these bands they just recently toured with, they should all be like canceled. I'm like, listen, you cannot hold people that didn't do shit accountable for shit somebody else did, because guess what? If they did do that shit,
they weren't talking about it.
Probably weren't talking about it. Nobody else fucking knew about it.
And
Leave
let's
them
be
the fuck
honest,
alone.
if you start canceling bands
We'll have
for
nothing
nefarious
left.
acts,
You're not gonna have any music
Nothing
left.
Yeah, there will be
Let's look
nothing
at
left.
let's look at Warped Tour as a prime example. Warped Tour doesn't exist anymore because of all the shit like this. And now, when's the last time a new band in rock broke? They haven't. Since Warped Tour stopped, no new bands have really broke at all. And it has to do with Warped Tour being non-existent anymore because everyone fucking diddles kids. Jim?
well,
anything
Warped
to
Tour
add to
just
that?
loves 14-year-old girls, man.
Sorry, Kevin.
All right, well, that's the end of that fucking story. Let's move on. We were just talking about Vince Neil killing a guy in a car accident.
He was in a rush to get a Big Mac because he heard they were 103.
No,
Wait,
no,
wait,
no,
guys,
no, I'm not
guys,
fucking.
Guys, it's not what I'm calling them. Stop! It's not Jim. Stop! It's not what it looks like.